Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Software Inc. and Plump Corp. Today, what are we going to be doing today? We're currently working on Plump Vision 1080, which is going to be our first 1080p monitor, releasing hopefully at some point throughout 1989, which may be a little bit ahead of its time, but hopefully we'll see something good come of that. Other than working on Plump Vision 1080, I've decided to make some small changes to the workspace. So I've added in some of these water coolers, and I've also decorated some of the spaces up here. So this is now a meeting room. Over here we have some decorations out here. We have a couple of bathrooms around here, and another couple of AC units in that little room there. And then of course we have 2 floors up here that are still quite empty that we will hopefully... Oh, look, is that... I thought I was looking at the grass through there. Turns out it isn't. That's just the green of the hallways. That green of the hallways is actually not the nicest color, is it? I think I'm going to change that up a little bit and see what we can do. So select this room and that room. We'll select this space and that space. We'll select that space and we'll select that space. I think that's all of the hallways. And now if we just change the color so that the interior of the hallways is going to be, I don't know, what do we get? Maybe just white? I feel like white could work. If we go, actually, maybe a sort of a blue color there. If we go for a sort of very light blue, then we change the materials so that the floor is going to be possibly tiles? Maybe the floor can just be quite bland. We'll go for a very bland floor with an even blander color. So we're going to go for a dark gray on that, I think. Just to change things up a little bit. I think it gives it a much more modern look anyway, so... Yeah, that looks like it does the job to me. They're all in working. I'm aware that this room is also quite blue, but that's alright. I think while this is... What seems to be taking the most time for our core team at the moment? Let's have a look and see what's going on. Is anyone being educated? Doesn't necessarily look like it. So you have system design... I mean, there seem to be enough people trained in system for us to not really be struggling with this. Although it is possible that the reason we're seeing some people struggling is because some people are better at programming than designing and all that stuff. So it's a possibility that the fact that not everyone can do everything is in fact what's slowing everything down. So hopefully that doesn't continue to be the case as people get more and more educated, but we shall see. I reckon it might actually be an idea to start working on a hardware team, or I say a hardware team, a series of hardware teams. So I reckon I want to split this floor here into 3. So the best way to do that, I suppose, is going to be by getting myself some walls and coming down here with a nice big hallway, which it's not going to let me do, so that's fine. We'll come down here with a somewhat nice big hallway. We'll go to about there, and we'll do that kind of thing. So that's going to be our hallway. If we go from here to there, we split that all off into one big room. And if we look at the distance of that wall, which is 18, so 6, 12, 18, there you go. So 6 is there. That's not actually something I can do, interestingly. So if I just do that, that's 6. And if I go from here to there, that is also 6. So these guys have access to their office from there. That could be the artists, programmers, designers. That seems fine by me. Let me get some nice big doors in here. And these spaces here, I reckon, could be bathrooms or something. We can do a few of them, I suppose. So we'll go for some nice big bathrooms here. Make them a little bit more luxurious and see what we can do. As for this space, well, this space can just be a lounge. It may look like a kitchen, but it's just going to be a lounge because that's really the simplest way to do things there. So something we're absolutely going to need is a bit of lighting in here. I'm actually going to go with these big Okay, I can't do that. All right. Well, I was going to put some big fluorescent lights in there. That's apparently not something I'll be doing, so good to know. Put some lights there, put some lights there, and the hallway as well is obviously going to need some lights, so get a few of those in there. We'll deal with the office lighting in just a second, but I think that looks kind of nice. I like it. It's a fairly simple layout, but it does the job, I reckon. I think it certainly does the job. So what are we going to be looking at? We're going to be looking at, I reckon we could get 10 people per room. I think that could work. This could actually, no. I know what that's going to be. Let me unify those styles, because that's going to be the leader's office, actually. So that's going to make things so much easier to do. So, if I go to office and I grab some glass tables, I'm going to want one, that's one person, that's 3 people along that wall. So that's just going to be an entire line of desks there. So that's 9 people. So that's 3. And then we're going to have 4, 5. Like so. Which is going to block space interestingly. I suppose. That's a bit odd. Maybe we'll have less artists. That's probably a good idea. Let's change up the artist space a little bit to make it a little bit more unique to a whole bunch of artists. So we'll just have some desks going around the room like that. And honestly, that's probably fine. Sort of having artists around the room with maybe something like a, I don't know, something in the middle like this could do the job, I guess. Yeah, we'll do this kind of thing. Hold on. Let's get rid of that. Let me put a 2-meter end table in the middle of the room. And we'll figure out something to put on that. What I'd also like to do is go to cubicles. And the cubicles, well, we'll figure this out. We're actually going to need chairs first. So we'll want to do, say, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then, I guess 5 artists? Yeah, we'll do 5 artists. Why not? We'll go with 5 artists. Some are going to have different desk sizes. That's fine. So this guy here, he's got all that corner. This guy, I guess, has a pretty small space. I mean, I could do that. No, we'll do that. That guy is that space. Cut him off there. This guy gets a huge space if I do it that way, actually. So just do that and that. Get rid of this bit. That guy's a pretty big space. These two both have pretty big spaces, actually. Gonna move his chair down to there. Gonna move this guy's chair down to, I think, there. And that seems alright. That's, I could get more people in there if I really wanted to. I think I kind of want to. I think a couple more artists could be a really good idea. So, if we do this kind of thing and sort of split those guys off into the corners, we can actually technically get more artists there and there. They are going to be right beside each other, which isn't necessarily the most secure, but, you know, it gives them... They sort of have their own workspace, is what I'm getting at. They kind of get their own workspace, just about. So, as for decoration, let's get a table plant, get a table plant, get a table plant. Now, we'll get a cactus in there. Then I want a clock and a clock. We'll imagine they're in different time zones or something. Get ourselves a table plant for there. And lighting, I'm going to put a little table lamp there just for the hell of it. And I want a light there and there. And I guess I could put a couple on the wall if I really wanted to, which I think could look a little silly, actually. Never mind. It will be really nice when we get flat screen TVs in 1995. That'll be good. As for artists, we're obviously going to need some drawing tablets, so we'll get those in here. Like so. And that seems to do the job. I like it. That's the artist room. Okay, I would say that this floor is pretty much done. I actually really like it. I think it looks pretty interesting there. So let's get out of build mode and have just a bit of a look at it there. As you can see, we've got the... I changed the colors, by the way, because design is blue, programming is green, and art is red. I went with blue, green, and red because you can clearly identify which is which. We have space for 6 designers, 6 programmers, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 artists, actually, which is a little bit of a waste, honestly. But I like how they look. The rooms are all, well, these two are similar. This one's a little bit different, but I like the rooms. I think they work with the space they have. They do the job they need to do. And honestly, I think I'm just going to get rid of one of the artists because I really don't want there to be more artists than everything else because there really doesn't need to be. So I'll do that kind of thing. I'll just duplicate it and put another plant there. There you go. That should do the job for the artists. Okay. So we need a new team. So manage teams. This is going to be called the hardware team is what we'll have. So add that. And then we need to select this, and this. Go to set it to the hardware team. Okay. And I guess we need to start hiring people. So hire employees. I want to look for a leader. I want them to be very good at what they do and spend a lot of money looking for them. Look for the best skill, which is going to be, I guess, who out of you two? So you are a mean extrovert. And you are a stubborn flirt. Now, who would be great for this job is the question. You would be great for this job. 69.7. You're generous and naive. You're also 22 years old. Kelly Chapman. Okay. Is there another great in there by any chance? Compatibility, great. There is one, and Kelly Chapman is it. Generous and naive. Now, obviously, that's for the core team. In terms of marketing, there's a few more people that are a bit great. You're a generous flirt, for example. So I think I'll actually take you, because a generous flirt is a bit better than being generous and naive. So, although you're not really you're more of a hard worker than a fast learner. Okay, so we'll go for Truman Blair. That seems better. So, hardware team, you're also a bit of a designer, so that's fine. We will hire you as the hardware team leader. There you go, buddy. Welcome to the company. So go to employees, go to Truman Blair, go to roles, set you to be leader. You're going to have your office, which is great news. We actually need to educate you anyway, so let's educate you in HR management and start that education. And we'll see how this goes, I suppose. It shouldn't take too long to get everything sorted. We should have Truman Blair coming in the next day or two. Obviously, we're not making all that much money at the moment. We do have 26.3 million. 26.4, really, if you look at it. I mean, it's very close to 0.4. We're not really making much money. That's fine. Plump Vision 720 wasn't the most spectacular thing that we've ever created, but Plump Vision 1080, on the other hand, should be something truly magical. So I actually really enjoy that floor. I think it looks really good. I also love looking through the building and just seeing everything. It's a nice looking building. It's simple, but it does the job that we need it to do. And again, it's 1989. We're not going to have some spectacular looking building. It's not going to be some giant glass skyscraper for a software company. Well, I guess we're more of a hardware company at this point, but you get the idea. You get the idea. Now let's go ahead and develop you. And hopefully, yeah, this isn't going to take too long to get through the alpha phase there, which is very good news, actually. Now, here's the real question. Is Mr. Blair going to be coming to work tomorrow? Yes, he is. Okay. It's been a while since we released that. Don't worry about that product. Okay, manage teams, hardware, automation. So I want 6 of everything. So if we go 6, 6, and 6, force the roll. Budget of about 100,000. There you go. Preferred age is going to be 20. Education, yes. Education is going to be minus 18. Because that way everyone can be getting educated in absolutely everything. So let's start that process. And we should see this number go up to 19, if I'm not mistaken. Also, over 300% compatibility for the team is ridiculous. Let's set their vacation to be May. I think I'm also going to change marketing to have vacations in January. Because I don't think no, January is a rough time. Let's do October. That seems like a better month. Now, hopefully, we'll see everyone coming in tomorrow. And who's stressed? You're stressed. What's up? Why are you stressed? The coffee's great. Has the fact that the coffee's great stressed you out? Can you not make anything similar at home? Isn't that the problem? I mean, I assume that's the problem. That's just a weird thing to stress someone out. This coffee's great. I'm so stressed. All right, so this is the team. That's the guys. Let's assign the hardware team to work on this. And see if they can, yeah, they seem to be speeding things up a little bit. That said, they're not really going to be trained in... I mean, if I look at me hardware team, are they... Yeah, they're not really trained in physical. So, if I go to employees, can I set you guys to be educated? Like, can I do it before you're sent off on one automatically? So, programmer... Yeah, you're all programmers. I want physical programming. And I want that to be for 3 months. There we go. Then the designers are going to be getting a similar treatment, except with design for 3 months. Then the artists are getting a similar treatment, except with art for 3 months. So hopefully, they'll come back and be absolutely phenomenal when it comes to working on any physical product. They're giving a little bit of a boost to the product at the moment, which is really good. You know, I'm okay with that. It's nice that we're getting that boost, but we do need a bit of a better boost, and it is actually looking like Plump Vision 1080 is probably going to be a 1990 release, which is a bit disappointing. Hello, we've just had Molly Foster retire. That's, what team did you just retire from? It wasn't marketing by any chance. Let me look at my employees in here. We still have a leader, and in core, we obviously still have a leader, so, I mean, Molly Foster is, I suppose, going to be getting replaced. That's fair. Also, marketing's on holiday this month, so this should be very interesting to see how Plump Vision 720 continues doing. Because I kind of want it to do... What the... Who are you? You're in the hardware team. Why are you back? What are you doing back, though? I'm very confused by this. If I look at their state, they should still be in class. Like, your physical... Did I only send you for 2 months? No, there's some designers back as well, wasn't there? I'm really confused by that. I don't know how they wound up, how some of them came back, but okay, I guess all of them should be back today, yeah. Alright, so that should give a pretty nice boost to this. And we should end up seeing this entire team going out for education at some point. Which would be nice. I mean, at the moment, system is what's holding everything back. So we should see that, you know, improve eventually. Anyway, I think what I'll do, whilst they're building Plump Vision 1080, is I'm actually going to start looking at another case. Because we did do one, didn't we? I'm not imagining that. Yeah, Plump Nexus is what we've called the first one, because, of course, we'll give it QA. We'll call this is going to be a successor. It's going to be a PC tower. That seems fine. We're not going to call it Plump Nexus 2. We're actually going to call it Plump Tower. Because that's a joke that I completely missed, and I apologize, and people pointed it out in the comments. So Plump Tower is what we're going to go for here. SCM. We should probably look into getting a server. I might actually chuck it up here. I think we could just get a nice server room in here, so let's do just a little bit of quick construction. I'm going to get a nice diagonal wall because it's a bit fancy looking. And I can also put just a big double door there as well. So this is going to be our server room. It's going to be... Let's see, what kind of style is it going to have? I guess the same style as everything else in a way. It can have that style. It's going to be a bit of a darker room. So unify those styles. Let's go to here. Let's go to server. I have this one, by the way, which is from... It's another workshop thing. It's just a big server, basically. Now, we do have these ones, the medium servers. Those will be nice to have. So we want some tables. I'm going to want just a row of servers, I think. Maybe a couple of rows. I guess we could do a couple of rows of servers. You know, get these in here and get ourselves something nice going on. Put just a couple of servers there as well. Why not? Get a couple there too. Alright, and then we're going to need to delete that right there in the middle. So that'll do. We're going to have a pretty hefty server, which is good. We'll just get a bunch of these in here. And those are facing the wrong way. That's just excellent. I'll tell you what we're going to do. That'll be a bit quicker. If I select all of these tables, I can just go ahead and not delete the room, but select all the bloody tables. like so. I can delete the tables, and then I can duplicate that and do things this way, which is a little bit quicker. So there we go. We've duplicated all of those. Now I want to select all of the servers and connect them together. And now we should have ourselves a bit of a server, which is good. Server 11. This is going to be the primary dev server, is what we'll call it. It's got 1 gigabyte per second of bandwidth. Fair enough. It also doesn't have a fallback, so that'll be interesting. Let's put Plump Vision on the primary dev server and see if that helps things along a little bit. Let's get this new case going. So Plump_Tower. It is going to be a follow-up to Plump Nexus. As I said, it's going to have QA testing. It's going to be £35. It's Plump Nexus. It's going to be the primary dev server. We're going to give it to the hardware team because the designers and the hardware team aren't doing anything right now, so that's fine. And I can't actually keep it in-house, which is a little bit disappointing, but that's fine. So we'll go Plump Tower. We'll start developing that, and we're not going to bother marketing it just yet. So hi. Oh, you guys aren't in. Of course, nothing's going to happen. You're not in. All right, you want a raise? There you go, buddy. That's fine by me. My designers are now in and developing it super bloody quickly. Good lord. Right, now we develop, I guess. Hardware team's having no problem doing that. And promote. And it'll be getting released in January of 1990. No, it won't. It's going to be getting released this December. All right. We'll release it. We'll start marketing it. We'll get it out to the world. We'll see if it does any good. I mean, I'm just curious to see. I mean, there's marketing done. That's kind of nice. I'm actually going to stop marketing Plump Vision 720 because the new one is almost ready to go out. We'll promote it into beta. And we'll see how Plump Tower does. Is it going to make much money? It made 4.6 million. So I think the answer is yes. Yes, it is going to make much money. It made 4.6 million. It was made in a month and made 4.6 million. Because of course it did. Okay. That was unexpected. I'm going to be honest. I'm slightly blown away by that. Yeah, that was weird. I'm going to set that to -10, I think, and see if we can get some people going off on education. What I'll also do is, I guess we could start working on something else. So we don't need another monitor. Can I keep a motherboard in-house? I can. Okay. Well, here's the thing. People were quite keen to point out that with my idea to make a motherboard, storage, a processor, and all that stuff in-house, and then put it in a consumer PC that wouldn't be in-house, I run the risk of having it be outdated by the time we sell it. But I'm actually kind of curious to see if we can do it. You know, I'm curious to see if that is a thing that can be done anyway. So, battery, PS2, whatever, 14K modem. We're just going to give it everything that we possibly can here. So just every little thing that we can put in this, on this motherboard, I want. So that's going to take approximately 4 years with 11 designers, 18 programmers, and 4 artists. Wow. Yeah, we don't have the team to do that. We really don't have the team to do that. I might want to duplicate this floor. I think I do, honestly. I think we're gonna have to add an extra floor to the building because I need more people, basically, on this on the hardware team, and I can afford it at the moment, so I'm gonna do it anyway. Let's see. Select the building floor, and then build mode, and then duplicate. Then we're gonna dump that up there, and what we should now have is a bunch of rooms that still have the same labels, if I'm not mistaken. No, they don't. Okay. Well, that's fine. So this is going to be hardware, hardware, hardware. So switch team to hardware. Then I want hardware designers to be in there. Then obviously hardware programmers and hardware artists. So we're going to double the hardware team, basically. And we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. So we should see this team get a bunch more people. No, hold on. I need to get 12 of everyone now. So let's go 12, 12, 12, not 21. All right. Then if I speed things up, we should now see the team. There we go. Okay, so you're working on... Yeah, that's fine. Just you keep working on what you're doing. You're not competent in art. Who's not? Where is he? Where is he? Clara Gregory is working on art for Plump Vision 1080. Where is she? Okay, that's fine. Don't show me that notification. Who are you? You are a programmer. That's fine. You're not supposed to be doing art anyway. So we should now have everyone going to their offices, if I'm not mistaken. I think they were all hired a bit too late yesterday, so technically they'll not be in today. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Plump Tower is making plenty of money. We've got Plump Vision 1080 coming along relatively well. I guess what I guess what I should do is just start working on that motherboard. That seems like I mean, I could just go with a computer. We can obviously go with just this, but I want to make my own stuff. I really do. So a motherboard is going to take 4 years with all the stuff I want. A processor is going to take how long if I add everything that I want on here? So just all of this stuff. Let's see, QA, divider, all that stuff. That's going to take 5 years. Okay. Storage is going to take how long if we just select absolutely everything that I want? Actually less than a year, which is nice. I'll give it that. That's useful. So it's going to be a hard drive. That's fine. I just got rid of everything that was going to be on there. All right. Let's just do all of this. Let's get some error correction, get all this stuff. So it's a hard drive. Right. So it's storage. It's a hard drive. It's an original IP. It's going to be on the primary dev server. And it's going to be by the hardware team, not the core team. And I guess it's going to be the Plump drive. Plump drive. I don't know. That's the name we're going for. It's the Plump drive. It's going to be £40. And I think we are good to start making it. So let's start developing that. And I'm not going to bother marketing it, even though it is actually going to be done remarkably quickly. It said less than a year. I didn't think it meant like 2 months. But apparently it meant 2 months. So, there you go. Let's get everyone in tomorrow, please. There we go. That's everyone coming in. Is that a whole bunch of new people to the... Oh, actually, you know what? The hardware team probably has a lot of people in class at the moment. And a few people sick as well. That's fine. At least we're teaching them things. We're teaching them things. We're making them better at things. That's what I want to do. We're also not making as much money on Plump Tower as I'd like. Like, the money's dropping off a little bit quicker than I thought it would, which is very interesting, actually. That's very interesting indeed. That's curious. It should be fine, though. I mean, Plump Drive's coming along, Plump Vision 1080 is taking a ridiculous amount of time. 673 bugs in a monitor. How do you manage that? How do you manage to get 670, over 700 now? I don't understand it. I really, really don't. Okay, the Plump Drive is now in alpha and is actually getting developed pretty bloody quickly, which is great. That is absolutely fantastic. It's just the Plump Vision 1080 is going so slow that I actually had to take the hardware team off of that project so they can focus on the drive, which isn't all that great. It also means that the designers for the hardware team are now doing absolutely nothing. So what I think I'm going to do there is actually put them to work on a motherboard. I don't really see why not. So, motherboard, we're going to get everything in here. They're going to be doing this for a while. This is going to be we're dedicating this team to this motherboard. It's going to take approximately 4 years. Hopefully less. I really, really hope it takes less. It's recommending we charge $542 for it. I'm going to lowball it. I'm going to say $325. There you go. I'm going to say, oh yeah, $325 is what we're going to go for in that motherboard. It is, we need to decide, is it going to be in-house? I don't think so. I reckon what I'll do is I'll save that all in-house thing because I want to make a bunch of in-house hardware and then put it in a consumer PC so that the hardware within the PC is exclusive to that PC. You can't buy it anywhere else. Because I'm curious to see what that does. I reckon we'll do that down the line when we have effectively got a factory, because I think that's probably what we're going to need at some point, is basically a large factory of people working on this stuff. Because right now we're just basically an office building. We don't have enough people to make this. It's going to take 4 years. That's ridiculous. If I give it to my hardware team, still 4 years. I mean, these guys are kind of suited to it. Need a bit of network, there's some skills there they're going to need. They're going to have to learn as they're working. The server this is running on is actually, it doesn't need a server to run on. I guess that can be the primary dev server, and we'll get us, by the time this comes out, we'll have other servers ready to go. But for the time being, it's fine. As for the motherboard, I'm going to have to call it like the Plump, I really don't know. I kind of like the term like, Nexus or Nova or something like that. Something stupid, because that's kind of the way hardware's named. No, actually, that could be for graphics cards, the P-Force. Oh yeah, P-Force 550. That'll be the graphics cards. I reckon for this we're just gonna go Plump Nova. So _Nova. That works. Plump Nova. That'll do. Develop. That's going to take some time. That is going to take a while to... Well, actually, it's going relatively well there. Network is something I don't think any of my designers know how to do on that team. Yeah, they do, actually. Network just seems to be their slowest thing. So if I select all my designers, and I set you all to be educated in design and network for 3 months, start that education. That is going to slow things down a little bit, because obviously... my designer is going to be out for 3 months and not actually working on Nova. But that's alright. I'm not too concerned by that, because when they come back, they're going to be a bit better at what they're doing and stuff like the network stat there isn't moving at all. So if we can get that moving a bit quicker, we can get the thing done a bit quicker. So that's kind of the goal there. Even though it is coming along. I mean, the process is getting there. What I will say is kind of annoying. Too many teams in one of my rooms. What do you mean? It's the core team. And that's the core team. That's a core room. No one else can go in there. I don't know what you're talking about. That's ridiculous. That's, okay. Plump Drive is actually ready to promote. Let's do that. Is Plump Drive seriously gonna get through beta quicker than Plump Vision 1080? It might actually do it. Yeah, looks like they're both releasing this month. Okay, this is going to be an interesting month. Let's release Plump Vision 1080, and we're obviously going to market it. So give that to my marketing team, and start the campaign. And then for Plump Drive, we're going to release it. We are going to market it as well, and give that to the marketing team, who are going to be a little bit overwhelmed this month, I reckon. But, yeah, I'm curious to see how this goes. I'm going to set the priority for these to be a little bit higher than Plump Tower, because it's a bit of an older product. We want the new ones to do better. And as for everything else, I reckon the core team needs to make something. So I might actually set the core team to get to work on a new PC, just for the hell of it. So let's look at the most recent release, 1989. We have the... MillerTech X from Giant Industries, which is considered to be great. 5,430 for the license. It's got a lot of units sold and a lot of profit. To get that IP, I would need to give them £272 million. Don't think I'm going to be doing that, so we'll use that. It seems to be a very popular board. The Maxium 06 is great from a few years ago. I have a feeling, though, that we might actually see a new processor coming soon. No. We've got a new server coming soon. Next processor, though, looks to be a while off. Doesn't look like we're going to be seeing any processors for quite some time. There's none in here. There's a motherboard coming in 1999. Oh, wait a minute. I was looking at category. Yeah, there's a processor coming in 1992, which is a way off. So, yeah. I don't think we're going to be I don't think we're going to be needing to wait for a while. So we'll go with the Maxim 06. We'll get a case, get a hard drive, get all that stuff. We're obviously going to want a case then, which we're going to want to use, I guess, Plump Tower is fine. And storage, we can use a Plump drive, which is also fine. So we're actually using 2 of our own products in this PC, meaning licenses are a bit cheaper. Still $13,298 for the licenses, but that's okay. It is going to be a follow-up to the Plumpium 1. And it's going to be the Intel, the Plumpium Core. I don't know. Let's just do Plumpium 2. It's just going to be Plumpium 2 for the time being. Eventually, we'll, branch out and have better names, but Plumpium 2 is fine for the time being. Price is 141. I'm going to set it to be a budget PC. That's 100 there. And develop, I guess. That does the job. Start marketing right now. I don't think we'll bother. We'll market it in alpha, maybe beta. I mean, it's gone pretty quickly there, which is nice to see. Marketing looks like they're going to have everything done in time. It's going to be a close one there, actually. It doesn't look like they are, which is a bit disappointing. Not a full day of marketing on the new products, but I'm curious to see how much they're going to make. Plump Vision 1080. Oh, ho, 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 ho. That's a disaster. Plump Vision 1080 didn't make anything. And then Plump Drive is 290,000. What just happened? Plump Vision 1080 is being... Yeah, they're both shining. That's what I'm not getting here. So, what just happened? If we look at most recent release, we have a lot of things coming out in December. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. So, we were last month? Yeah, we were here. So, we were a monitor. What just happened? Why did that? It sold 7 units. What was the price? 210? Is that too expensive? If I trade the IP, they'll give me 304,000 for it. I spent 2.2 million on that. And even Plump Drive hasn't made back all its money yet. Oh, this could be bad. This could be bad for the company. This is not good. Now, marketing needs to get back in there and start finishing, marketing all of our products. We pretty much have a full day of marketing behind everything. Plump Vision 1080 is gonna do anything at all? Oh! Alright. It made $1 million. It's still not made back. Yeah, it's not made back everything yet, but it's made some money, so that's kind of nice. Let's get Plumpium 2 out the door, shall we? I want to make a little bit more money before we wrap this episode up. That was... Oh, God. Plump Nova, still slow as hell. I think those designers are still out of the building. Or most of them are, anyway. Okay, Plumpium 2 is ready for release. This is going to be a tricky one, considering I don't know that marketing is necessarily going to finish it all today. So I'm going to get Core behind the marketing on this as well. There we go. That's actually coming along really nicely, which is good news. Are we going to get a full day of marketing, though? Almost. I'll unassign the Core team from that. We're going to want to expand the marketing team, I think. The marketing team... Yeah, that little office down there is not doing much for them. I think this could be a huge office for the marketing team, though. That could be kind of good. I think at this point, we've got 42 million. I reckon we can probably afford to branch out a little bit and get some stuff in here for a nice marketing team. So let's see. If the room was to stay this size, I mean, they do have a leader in there, so maybe an office could be a good shout for the marketing team leader. So if we did this kind of thing and have that be the marketing team lead office, so we'll set both of those to marketing, and we'll set this room to leaders. And if I go to construction, we want to get a nice door sort of there, I guess, and I reckon a window just there. Might seem a little bit silly, but just imagine there's curtains on the inside of that the leader can pull over or something and you're fine. So, marketing. Marketing. What are we going to do? I reckon something like this could be nice for that little space. As for the rest of the space, I kind of like the idea of almost, if we change the grid. So if we anchor the grid to there, I guess, we can get some angled pieces in here. I don't see why not. What if I angle it to there? Does that work a bit better? I want to get this grid to sort of line up with that wall really nicely. That's pretty good. Okay, so we can get some angled bits in here, get a nice, interesting looking office. We'll go for that kind of thing. We'll do this kind of thing. And that seems fine by me. We'll do something similar here, I guess. So if I was to do that and that, that seems all right. Then if I just reset the grid, we can sort of do another thing over here. If I delete you, then we'll do this, and that seems all right. It's a little bit close. Can I move that to make it a little bit further away? Like, can I make this pretty much the same on both sides? I think that's sort of the same, right? Or is it there? So it goes this way. So 1, 2, it's that one. So we want to go like that. Yeah, that's the same layout. The room's just a different shape. That's fine. Okay, that's all right. Then what we'll do is we're going to need to anchor the grid to those again in a second. Do this kind of thing to block up those. Do this kind of thing to block up those. Then we need to change the rotation of the grid. So the grid is there, I think. I think that's about right. That looks all right. Then we want to do this for there. Want to do one in the middle. And a couple at the sides, and that seems fine by me. I think that's an interesting looking space for people to work in. It's a bit different. It's a bit fun. It's kind of cool. Well, I say it's a bit fun. I don't think cubicles necessarily count as fun. But you get the idea. It's a bit different, basically, is what I'm getting at. Put a couple of chairs in there, put a couple of chairs there. Get one there and there. There and there. We'll get one by the boss's door, and we'll get one just over there as well. Okay. That seems like... I really like this space, actually. I really do. I think it's a nice, different space. I mean, how many markers do we currently... That's not going to be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to get this, all this for 2 more marketers. I didn't think about that. Okay, well, hopefully their efficiency will go up a little bit, because I know that these bookcases can help to make people a little bit more efficient, so hopefully that helps. It knocks their skill up a little bit. Decoration, we can get some clocks in here, which make them a little bit more effective, which is the word I'm looking for, not efficiency. I'll get one there. We'll get some decorations about the place, get some cacti, get some plants, all that stuff. We'll go ahead and put a painting up there, because why not? Then grab the style from the marketing room and unify those 2 spaces, and then grab those and those, and then change the color to those. And that looks kind of cool. That's a new marketing space, I suppose. I guess I could keep both. Keep some marketing down there, keep some marketing upstairs. That way we get a much, much bigger marketing team than we had before. I think that might be the best way to do this, actually, is to have just a giant marketing team. That seems like a good idea to me. So we got the server rooms in there. It might actually be worth moving that door. So if I dismantle you, we go to here. We'll actually just put a single door in there. Because I think a couple of toilets could be a good idea. So something like that, and do that. Oh, you can't actually get up the stairs. Well, that's my bad. We can get 1 toilet at least, so merge those. We can get 2 over there, I guess. Yeah, whatever. We'll merge these rooms, and we'll get 2 toilets in that corner. So, there's 1. There's 2. And if I just grab the styles of the toilets, we can unify that, get some doors on there, and of course some lighting. And I've just had a bit of an idea for a way to get almost a railing on the stairs, which could look really interesting indeed. So if I do that and that, we've got some toilets. If I go to office and I go to cubicle, yeah, there you go. That's a way to make the stairs a little bit safer, I suppose. So 1, 2, 3, and we'll do the same at the bottom of the stairs. Then we'll do the same here. And we'll do the same just here as well. And we're good. There you go. The stairs are now safely walled off. Looks kind of cool. All right. I'm happy with this. Obviously, don't have space for a marketing leader just yet, but we can get that if we just go ahead and unify those styles. I want to align the grid to this, and I want to get some desks in here. So if I go 1, 2, 3, put a chair there, and I can. Oh, we have new computers. Oh, I forgot we had the 90s computers. Hold on a minute. I need to select all of these computers in here. So select all, and I need to upgrade them. There we go. Then we do the same in here and upgrade them. And there we go. Every PC in the building has been upgraded, which is great news. We have a new space for the marketing team, which is also great news. If we get some lighting in there, we can get that. We can also get ourselves a little cactus. And that seems fine by me. So we should now see the marketing team if we get automation, which I don't know what we have. I don't think I actually enabled automation for the marketing team. I did not. Excellent. That's fine. If we go to employees, go to the marketing team leader, which is Hal Snyder. We're going to educate you in HR management. Start that education. It's going to take a little while. But once you've done that, we'll be good. So Plumpium 2 is about to sell, and we're looking at a total of $5,000. Interesting. Interesting that Plumpium 2 made $5,500. Oh boy. That is not a good number. That is... Yeah, that is really not a good number. Hopefully it'll make more in its second month. What are we looking at here? 2.9 million. Okay. That's fair. That is more money. That is what I wanted, so I guess I can't complain. Sure. Can I put more parking there? I can put more parking there as well. I can't put any there, though. Well, there we go. That's a bit more parking for people. That'll hopefully keep them happy. Right. I mean, I guess that's gonna do for today. We made some decent money. I think we made about 20 million today. We got some, we got a new team. We got some new spaces. We filled up the building. I love how this looks. I really do. I think it's a really nice looking space. I guess I should probably go into decorations, go to office, and grab some phones, because these are really good for marketers. So getting a bunch of these is probably a great idea. There we go. We'll get one in there as well. All right. I reckon that can do us for today. Plump Nova is coming along pretty well. We're getting some decent money, and the company's growing. So I would call that a success. I think we're doing well. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there for today. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it. So thank you kind of for watching. This has been Software Inc. and Plump Corp. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.